Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's Damon over here, and I hope everything's well on your hand. Today, I'm gonna take a page from my good friend Chris Leakey, and I felt like I'm gonna rebook one of my favorite WrestleMania of all times, and you'll be surprised to know it's WrestleMania 12. I love that WrestleMania, and people say it's a one night sh ma match show. I say you don't, people did not see that same WrestleMania because they had more than one match that were good. I mean, sure, there's one notable things, one title change on that pay-per-view. There was a title change in the pre-show, but I mean, there's only one title change in the entire time that's on pay-per-view, but it's an important one. You had Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels facing off in the first ever Iron Man match on pay-per-view, a 60-minute Iron Man match. And I like the fact, despite what many people say, including Jason Solomon, who would have preferred maybe 3-2 in terms of falls. I actually like there's actually an Iron Man match where there's no falls except the determining falls, which says both of them were equal. And I thought that really helped. At the very worst, should have been 2-1. But yeah, I really love that Iron Man match. And I like the people because it's slow. I like it that it's slow because it's like if you were to be in a 60-minute match, would you basically splurge your offense right away or you wait for a while? You'd probably wait for a while because you don't know when the opportunity is going to strike that can actually, strike and get some of your offense. You don't know. So I really like that. Undertaker versus Diesel is a massively underrated match. It's the first great Undertaker WrestleMania match, and it's not talked enough. Savio Vega versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the $1 million title. Stone Cold Steve Austin's first ever WrestleMania match. Let me remind you, Stone Cold Steve Austin's first ever WrestleMania match. Nobody talks about that match. Sure, it's nowhere near as good as the match he had the next year, but damn, look at Stone Cold Steve Austin's WrestleMania career. Savio Vega, 3 times with The Rock, 3 matches with The Rock. Kind of disappointing match with Scott Hall, but still wasn't bad. It was good and hilarious at times. And his match with Bret Hart, as well as Kevin Owens. He had no bad WrestleMania matches. So yeah. Piper versus Goldust was that fun. The only thing that bugs me is the Ice title was not on the line. But then again, or it bugs me that Razor Ramon wasn't on the card. So yeah, I'll be honest with you there. I noticed that Adam Bomb and Bam Bam Bigelow left shortly before WrestleMania. I felt like they deserve better. Uh, the opening six-man tag was a match I was actually looking forward to the number three. Number three. That was actually like world title match. Taker versus Diesel. Yokozunai's friend versus Cam Cornette. And it was a damn good match. A damn good opener. I'm not saying it's the best WrestleMania opener, but it's in the conversation of the top five at least. I mean, WrestleMania 10, the best opener. WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania 34. You could have WrestleMania 41, the night two, that is. And you can have WrestleMania 40. Again, it'd be top 10 openers of WrestleMania. Maybe not top five, but top 10. And you have Godwin's body Adonis, which is the worst match of the show. But even then, it deserved. I felt like there was too small. That's basically like it was like 5 or 6 match on the actual show, and I felt like for that WrestleMania, knowing you could have a Iron Man match, should have make it another hour. So yeah. Now, from my point of view, I also have to respect what the roster is to rebook it. I cannot basically put like Sabu versus Sandman. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do an ECW angle there because it makes no sense out of nowhere. What I will do is I would add another hour to the show. I would take away the Huckster versus Nacho Man because I thought it was ridiculous and honestly, was just stupid. It was hilarious. The ads is hilarious. I have no problem with the ads. I had a problem with this being a match on pay-per-view at WrestleMania. That didn't seem just petty as all hell. It just seemed unproductive. It's just like you're just turning away people. So, in terms of what I would do for WrestleMania, I would have a dark show battle royal. I'm not even gonna say who's gonna win because honestly, I don't care. But in the pre-show, I'd have a pre-show would be Make a Difference Fatu facing off against JBL. It sounds like, why do you put this in, Damon? Why not? I would have a JBL win. It was just starting out, so I say, why not? It's like the roster is also limited. Like, give me a break, people there, okay? Because I want the World Tag Team titles to be in the card. Now, I would start out basically WrestleMania with the same kind of opener, but except it wouldn't be a six-man tag, it would be a 10-man tag. Because it was bummed me out that many people were left out at WrestleMania. So we'd have Yokozuna, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ahmed Johnson, and the Godwins team up because the Godwins and Yokozuna actually were friends when The Undertaker went part of the Bone Street crew, whatever. Taking on Camp Cornette, which is Vader, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, and the New Rockers, Mark Jannetty and Leif Cassidy, the later known to be Al Snow. FYI, Al Snow is really underrated, was really damn over, really funny and good, and should be in the Hall of Fame. Just saying. But nevertheless, I would have 10-man tag, and would have basically kind of the same finish. We have Ahmed focused on Bulldog because they were feuding at the same time. Yoko and Vader would brawl the outside. Godwin do the slop drop to one of the, and Godwin would do the slop drop to Mark Jannetty. Uh, I would have Leif Cassidy tries to basically uh, dump out both Godwins the outside. Jake Roberts deliver a DDT to Al Snow to knock him out. Then Owen would try to hit him from behind and receive another DDT. And then Jim Cornette tried to go in the ring, try to take basically again interfere. He gets the DDT. No, Vader comes in, bum rush, bum rushes Jake Roberts. Does is basically his running bump clothesline. I would have him hit the power bomb and then the Vader bomb in 1, 2, 3. Because Jake Roberts kicked out of a lot of moves in that match, and I thought you kick out running power slam for Bulldog. I would have him kick out of the Rocker Dropper. I would have him kick out for a couple of moves, having the Inzaguri, but the Vader bomb will be the end. Like, you show up some resilience there. Okay, so, same thing there. I would have World Tag Title match afterwards. And it will be, you're probably wondering, who's going to face the Body since the Godwins already occupied? It'll be the Body against Barry Horowitz and Akushi. Barry Horowitz are very over. Was very popular, and I felt like after all these years of service, it's really a shame they never got a WrestleMania match. And you face up against Akushi. Basically, up to that point, Skip has never pinned Barry Horowitz. And now it's been reduced to tag team titles. But in this case, basically he's in a tag team, so he's no longer in single competition. And I will make sure that Barry Horowitz and Akushi gets to all the way to the vacant World Tag Titles finals. And in this case, Barry Horowitz, basically Akushi does basically try to do a planche on the outside. And basically Akushi fails and hits the guardrail. Zip, Tom Pritchard, tries to interfere, gets knocked down the side, and Barrowitz looks to put away Skip when Sunny does her Sunny stuff, and basically what a piece of crap Sunny is. But does the same kind of ending, and this is where Skip finally pins Barrowitz and pins him to win the World Tag Titles. The Body Gunners win the World Tag Titles. Same kind of finish, but hey, same kind of finish, but yeah, but I want Barrowitz in the card. Now, since that my WrestleMania card would have 8 matches, I want a tribute or farewell match out of respect for Adam Bomb and Bam Bam Bigelow. Even if both of them leave, basically it's explained on the storyline that both of them don't want to leave WWE without at least having a WrestleMania match. And Bam Bam went from main event of WrestleMania 11 to not being on card next year? Huh? And Adam Bomb was very good. People could forget how over he was as a face. I saw him live. I saw him basically in I think it was one of the tour against Quang. It was very popular. They even WWE had him basically face Yokozuna during that time that Yokozuna was pretty much nearly indestructible except against Hogan or Bret Hart. And actually, they were on the verge of having Adam Bomb beat Yokozuna to Quang interfering. Adam Bomb lost via count-out. Not by pinfall, by count-out. They protected Adam Bomb. And I felt like I could continue with this. You have Adam Bomb basically go on to face Bam Bam Bigelow, a respectful match in which case Adam Bomb wins. And both of them shake hands at the end, everybody applauds. It wouldn't be like a match of 20 minutes. It wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be like a flippy flop of this. It'd be like 10 minutes. You could have done that. Next up, you have Savio Vega against Stone Cold Steve Austin for the middle of their title. Again, same kind of match, same ending. Stone Cold wins the title. Then you start basically you have a Hollywood Backlot brawl, but in this case it wouldn't be a singles match. It would be a tag match. It would be Roddy Piper teaming up with Razor Ramon take on Goldust, the Intercontinental Champion, and the 1-2-3 Kid. So, and both of them with different location, Roddy Piper and Goldust and Hollywood Backlot brawl, whereas Razor and X-Pac will be basically brawling on in the locker room. So you have basically dual cameras there, and I thought it would be very entertaining there. Meanwhile, during that time, you would have Bob Ollie face against mystery opponent, which end up being Mankind. You have the match you have on Raw, you have him here, it'd be 5 minutes, Mankind wins. And again, you cut back to the Hollywood Backlot brawl, and next one will be afterwards, next match afterwards. You'd have Ultimate Warrior getting squashed by Triple H. I'm not changing a damn thing out of that. I don't care what Triple H said. Oh, no, you shouldn't have kicked out my pedigree. Actually, he should have had. In fact, he should have hit 2-3 pedigrees, and he gets right up. And Warrior squashed him. That's it. So now you continue the Backlot brawl. So now there's 2 matches left. 2 other matches left. You have Taker versus Diesel, same as real life. And eventually, the finale of the Backlot brawl is basically both finally the two scene converge. So basically, the Backlot, the backstage area, or the locker room, basically Razor and X-Pac fight to the ring, and Goldust basically runs away from Piper, and he ends up in the ring. You have the same type of ending that Piper would have on Goldust, humiliating him, but Goldust like runs the back. Piper chases after him, and he leads to Razor Ramon deliver the Razor's Edge on X-Pac, pin him 1-2-3. Because I thought it was kind of ridiculous that there never was an actual ending to the match. It was just like I run away, so you win. I would have Razor, Roddy Piper hug at the end of the match as Gorilla Monsoon goes to ringside, and Roddy Piper instruct that now he's no longer the interim president. Gorilla Monsoon's back. So, and then we go to main event, and I wouldn't change a damn thing. The reason why I felt like a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers were deprived of a payday that should have gone, that she should have had it. And that's why I want to rebook it. But overall, I still love that WrestleMania with a passion. I just thought there could have been more. So let me know what you think down below, comments down below. I'll see you guys later.